It was another day at the lair. You've been coming over for the past few months, ever since they saved you from the crane. You secretly had a crush on the blue turtles since then, but recently, ever since he met Korai, the princess of the Foot Clan, he wouldn't stop talking about her. Even the slightest mention of her would almost get your blood going. Whenever he brought her up to you, you wouldn't last about a minute before removing yourself from the conversation. When Leonardo would ask you what's wrong, you would just shrug him off and tell him you had to go do something, or it was nothing at all. At this moment, you were punching a practice dummy, which almost looked identical to Shredder, to vent out your frustration. You were so focused that you didn't even notice Raphael walking up to you. Raphael, however, didn't really trust Karai, so you two were kind of on the same page about her. Hey, Name, what's up with you? Raphael asked. You sighed. Nothing. Raphael let out a small chuckle. Really? You've been punching that thing for almost 20 minutes now. Well, better I punch the stuffing out of this thing than Leo's face, you grunted. Let me guess. He was talking about Kurai again. Bingo, you threw another punch. And the fact is, you've had a crush on him. I don't know what you're talking about, you lied. Come on, I've seen the look on your face whenever he says her name. Not only that, but Donnie and even Mikey have noticed it too, Raph said. You stopped hitting the dummy and looked toward at Raph. That obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Well, everyone except Leo, you growled. Raphael smirked. You know, I think I have a little idea of what we could do about that. Oh, what would that be? You asked, raising an eyebrow. How about this? You and started spending more time together, since Leo's been going on about Karai lately. Like giving him a taste of his own medicine? Exactly. What do you say? The day after, you and Leonardo were sitting in front of the TV watching Space Heroes. About halfway into the episode, Raphael called out for you to help him out with the drum set. You didn't like missing out on Space Heroes with Leonardo, but you got up anyway and went over to the Red Turtle's room. Leonardo sat there as he watched you leave toward Ref's room. When the episode ended, Leonardo was starting to wonder what was taking you so long. As he walked over, he heard the sound of Raph's drums playing and laughing coming from both of you. Leonardo huffed and walked off to the living room. The next day, Leonardo was already feeling the heat of jealousy. When you came in, you said hi to Leo, and then Raph came up, saying that he had a few moves to show you. Raph wrapped an arm around your shoulder and led you to the dojo. After that, you two came out of the dojo, sat down on the couch, and continued a random conversation. He would fume as he watched the both of you laugh and joke around as you two spent more time together. On day 3, Leonardo was reaching his limit. You just walked into the lair, and before Leo could say anything, his brother Raph was the first to greet you. Hey, Name, miss me? Raphael asked. Maybe, you replied playfully. When Raphael wrapped his arm around you and playfully tousled your hair, Leonardo got up and left the room with a huff. As soon as he left, you and Raph looked at each other. You think that worked? It sure did, Raph replied. Leonardo walked into the kitchen where Michelangelo was eating some leftover pizza. The blue turtle sat down and sighed. Michelangelo looked up from his food toward his older brother. What's wrong, bro? I don't know. It's just that all of a sudden Name have been spending time with Raph lately, Leonardo replied. Now you know how Name feels, Michelangelo said before taking another bite of the pizza. What do you mean? Well, you've been going on about Karai lately, Donatello said, walking in. Leonardo jerked his head. What? talk about that much, do I? Are you kidding? She's all you ever talk about, and has been had a crush on you lately, Michelangelo said. Donatello brought a hand to his face. Great going, Mikey. And yes, you do talk about Karai that much. Leonardo was about to say something in protest, but he stopped himself. They were right. He was talking about Karai a lot lately, and he didn't even bother to notice much it was bothering you. To be honest, he really likes you a lot. It's just that he couldn't work up the nerve to tell you. He got up, left the kitchen, and walked toward the living room where you and Raph are playing a racing game. You two were so into the game, neither of you didn't notice Leo walking behind you. Raph, quit shoving me off the track, you shouted. Well, quit getting onto my side of the lane, Raph shouted back. Make me. Hey, name? Can I talk to you? Leonardo asked. In a minute. I need to beat Raph at this. No, now, Leonardo said, and lifted you up by the arm and dragged you toward his room. About time, bro, Raph muttered with a smile on his face. When when you and Leonardo enter his room, he closed the door behind both of you. Leonardo turned around to face you. Name, I want to have a word with you. You rolled your eyes. Please tell me it's not going to be Karai again. No, it's not about Karai. Are you sure about that? Because she seems to be the only thing you ever talk about. Listen, I want to say I'm sorry, Leonardo began. I'm sorry that I've been obsessed over Karai, and I'm sorry that I didn't realize how much it was bothering you. Plus, there's something else I should have told you sooner. What? That I really liked you a lot, and when you suddenly started hanging out with Raph, I was kind of jealous? Leonardo blushed fiercely. What? No! Okay, fine, I was. You let out a small giggle. Leo, I guess I should apologize too. Leonardo wasn't quite expecting this from you. For what? For ignoring you, for acting all huffy. I just wanted to say I'm sorry about all that. That's okay. I honestly don't blame you about it. Leo? Yeah? I really liked you a lot, you said, and wrapped your arms around his neck and slowly pulled him in for a kiss. He was surprised at first, but he returned the kiss and wrapped his arms around your waist. You both stayed like this for a few minutes until you both slowly pulled. So, do you want to go to Murakami's tomorrow? Leonardo asked. I love to, you smiled.